Shittim Shuri. 2 more days until the end of the year. So it is Saturday, December 28th, 2024. Let's get into it. Let's start out with crypto. Bitcoin mini pullback. I have ordered in to buy, to add 92,000 down to it was 88, but I think I will revise it down to wherever the 50 MA is, whatever the. But keep in mind, this is Bitcoin future. Okay, so it's slightly higher than the actual Bitcoin. But that's the only way I can use this in this platform. But yeah, I pullback can be bought, right? I mean, I have ordered in at 92 and 90. 90 is basically ref low, and then 85. I think my order. I had to go back and review all the order, but for the actual Bitcoin, I believe it's 92 down to 87. But I might need to revise it down to say 86 for this ref low here. The big one though is down there. Should we fill the gap? Is it possible? Oh my goodness. If we come down anywhere in the 70s, right? I will buy a whole lot. By a whole lot, I mean probably half a Bitcoin, potentially even more. Yeah, I can add. Ideally, between 92 and 85, I wouldn't mind adding 0.2. Okay, so I have room for 2 dimes. Come on down. Ethereum struggling. If you look to add, I think anything in the 3100. That's the last time I add for myself was 3100 or 3150. I can't remember what my buy order was, but yeah, I think buy down here, and next time I get up there, I might not be so stubborn and trim some as far as my Ethereum ETF, right? Because this double tweezer, right? This double wick up here is all I need to see to say that seller is ready to GTFO up there, right? Okay, let's see what's next here. Since we going forward, I will include in MicroStrategy when I talk about Bitcoin. I did buy my initial share right here. I've been playing put spread this past month. Some good, some bad. I had a spread 340. It was 347.5, 345 spread, and I'm kind of glad I closed it out. So for a smaller loss, when think about this, when you have a 347, 345 spread, it's basically 2.5. So the maximum loss is $2.50 minus whatever credit I got, and I was able to close it out and roll it into a smaller, lower, much lower. Well, how low? 290. Okay, 290 spread below for a credit. So now, would I mind buying 100 share of MicroStrategy at 290? I don't mind. I don't think I mind. Okay, sure. Ideally, the gap. Okay, 275. Ideally, gosh, I would buy. Okay. It might be hard to believe that if we retrace all the way back to 275, it is literally almost a 50% discount from where it wick up on that day. See, this ugly red candle is, once again, big red candle, get out. Okay, take your profit, especially on a up record high and it's big nasty red. I mean that it opened up there and closed down here. That's a big move. Okay, if you open near the high 543 and you close 397, you're talking 150 point range. Come on. I don't care what kind of hardcore crypto you are, but I think that's asking for trouble. Okay, asking for trouble. So for now, I have put spread at 290 as well as put spread at 275. I sold the 275 a couple weeks ago. I've been selling 2 or 3 weeks out, so I will keep doing that. I think I sold one for next week for something like 35, 40 cents, something like that, 35 cents I think. So it's not bad, way down there. The one that I start to take a position is right here. I bought some at 64.5. I have an order in to buy some share at 64.5 initial share and a trigger. Would I buy more on Monday? If it dropped below, I have a put spread expiring January 15. Let's see. Let's take a look. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, January 17. The spread is the 55.50. Okay, and that's getting real juicy. You can get $2 plus on this one. Okay, it's oh well, not quite. It would be based on the last trade. You can get about $1.50, which is nice. I might add to that. I might add another one. Maybe not right on Monday, but depend on the weakness. You know, would I add share at 58? The answer is yes. So for now, I'm patient enough to just buy a little bit here. I will wait until 58. The ref low is 58.1. Okay, so if you want to be the exact game, but I will just leave the order in at 58 to basically double up what I bought here, and then 55 between now and January 17. 55, and I will buy a whole lot. All right, so that take care of all the crypto stuff. All right, TLT ugly. It bottomed out basically. You know, it went back to ref low, and yeah, what an ugly looking chart. This will be the major drag on the performance of my account for the whole year. You know, when 40% of my account is in here, well, guess what? 40%, negative 10% ain't gonna help. Okay, it's not gonna help the performance. So that's why I knew for the past couple of weeks that this is just gonna be a terrible performance year over year. It is what it is. For the lucky one that did not have enough or didn't buy a whole lot of TLT, I say now is a good of a time as any to buy, to add. Not much else to say until econ data in January flip into something horrible. Right now, we just have to deal with the stoke of inflation raging back. You know, that's unfortunately that's a narrative that is been everywhere. Inflation is raging back. Not much you can do. You know, it's we don't have control of the media. Unfortunately, it is what it is. DIA, look at this. Yeah, December 18 was pretty ugly. December 18 was pretty ugly, and yeah, I don't expect much next week, at least through the first 2 or 3 days, right? Because I think all the big boys is done as far as locking in their game. You can say bye-bye to the Santa rally this year. Santa didn't come. Santa came the first week, and he said, "No, not this year. You're gonna get a bag of coals." Okay, so Dia, Ugly, QQQ, I think fare the best of the bunch. Um, it would be interesting to see how QQQ perform going forward, as well as the SPY. Well, more so the S&P 500, right, with MicroStrategy as far as inclusion. But still, QQQ definitely did the best this year. So it's a winner. Max 7, especially with Tesla, Apple, Meta. Yeah, I mean, you name it. There was a big winner. Netflix, all of them. All right, I think is there a bad one? But I don't think there's a bad Max 7. But we'll see once we cycle through them. So yeah, QQQ up there. IWM did the worst. Did the worst of the bunch. Yeah, it didn't fare very well. Year over year, did they get 10%? Yeah. I mean, compared to the rest of the big indices, it did the worst. Okay, as of right now, roughly 10% gain. At one point, it looked like 20% gain, and Tom Lee was going to be the winner. Not. Tom Lee is wrong again. Would I look at the SPY? Yeah, SPY is pretty strong. Pretty strong. Okay, I would not. With all the indices, it's hard to pick short term as far as long or short. I personally, I'm not in any of them, and I would not want to chase in any of them. Let's make it very clear. Would I short? No. Would I chase them? No. Would I do nothing with them? The answer is yes. Stay out. Stay out. All right. All right. Let's take a look at the Max 7. Tesla. Yeah. You know what? You want to know why QQQ did so well? Look at Tesla. Since the election, holy macro! Look at that. This thing went up $200. Not quite a double, but still impressive. Okay, it's no matter which way you want to. It is a massive cap stock. Okay, so yeah. You should have a stop. Okay, you should not drink the Kool-Aid and think that it will go up forever. Pick your stop. Okay, to me, a good stop would be this low right here. Okay, or the 20, because basically it's lining up the confluence between that ref low, the fib, and the 20 MA. So pick your poison. 411, 412, pick your poison as far as where you want to be stopped out. But you all know how volatile Tesla can be, right? It can happen fast. It can happen fast. So yeah, my goodness, that's now if it come down, that could be a good support right there. Okay, because that's now if it come down, if it hit the 20. Technically, I can flip this into a fifth retracement already, right? Because this is the fifth extension, and it have run its course for now. So if it come down to the 20, I'm gonna flip this fifth extension and do a fifth retracement, and then we see where it goes. But I think a good area to enter for those with patience that want to get in the Tesla game would be right there, where it was all-time high, breakout. So, well, I'm not sure it's all-time high, but the year high, okay? If you go back 3 years, maybe it was higher. Yeah, it was higher. So that's not the all-time high, but that's the previous high is way up there. Okay, so yeah, it would be a good spot to buy if you want to get in. Netflix, goodness gracious. Yeah, it's teetering. me to have to flip it into the fifth extension, which already is. Okay, this is already a fifth extension. We'll see what we need to do. Okay, as of right now, this is not that relevant because we can depend on how it behave. If it come down, then I might do some kind of like fifth retracement with the starting point like right here where the big breakout was to the all-time high. Before I move on from Netflix, I did binge through the Squid Game second season, which I enjoy more. At first, I can tell you the first 2 episodes was kind of slow for me, and then the next 5 was actually very good. I think my feeling is I actually like the second season overall more than the first season. I like the first season. I thought the first season was overrated. The rave and yeah, I liked it, but I'm not one of those like, oh my god, Squid Game is the greatest thing ever. It's not. It's not. Now, second season, I like it more, but I did chuckle at the end of the last episode when I see that it is 7 episodes. For those that have been paying attention, a lot, well, I won't say a lot, but you're starting to see a lot of new shows that launched recently. Dune Prophecy, do you know how many episodes there was there? 6. How odd is that, right? We are so used to see 8 constantly, right? 8 was a number. And then we see 7. That's odd. And then Squid Game, 7. That's odd. You know why? You want to know why? Remember the strike, the writer's strike last year? Or that ended earlier this year? You know why? Part of the agreement, and I said this in the chat group, I said that whatever they agree on and think they're gonna get as far as the writers and the actors, whatever they think is gonna hurt them down the road. Part of the agreement to the strike was more writers. The union actually have a number of writers that they want to shove down the studio throat. Yes, I'm using that term. They want to shove down the union. The union want to shove down the studio throat that if you have a show with 8 episodes or more per season, you had to have X number of writers. Well, guess what? I said this in the chat group when the strike ended. I said, they're gonna make show less than 8 episodes. You do not win. Let me repeat this. You do not win. There is no winning in striking. Okay, I am all for the worker to make more, but we are living in a capitalistic world. Profit is profit. The shareholder is in control, not the worker. You might not like what I said, but that's the reality. Just ask all the union workers that get laid off, all the Boeing workers that get laid off. You think striking helped them? Over and over again, the union just doesn't understand. You are not in control. You know who's in control? The people that run the union like to feed you that you in control. You pay the union dues to feed their pockets. All right, let's move on. Now that I get my fun to mock union. Amazon. Like I said, there is no bargain. Okay, there's no bargain in any one of these. Okay, it would be a waste of my time to even talk. There's nothing here. No, come on. Okay, if you have them, congratulations. There is nothing here to buy. It would be a waste of time to even cycle through them, right? I think the cheapest one is NVIDIA. Yeah, I mean Nvidia is not cheap either, but it's one that is least near the all-time high compared to like Meta, Amazon, Netflix, Tesla, Apple. Yeah, it's not cheap either. Like there is nothing in the Max 7 that I would recommend. Nothing, nada, zip. Buy at your own risk. Okay, no, I just they are the Max 7 has been no doubt the big contributor to the strength of the QQQ in the Nasdaq. No doubt about it. Underneath the hood, a lot of problem. Let's move on to underneath the hood. Oh boy, but Adobe. If you like Adobe, here's a good spot. Okay, I have a few of Adobe. Would I consider adding? Maybe, but I like it here. I'm glad I sold all of it up here. I start to buy a little bit. Um, yeah, it's been ugly. Okay, Adobe. Yeah, that's not much to say there, but I think it's a good spot. IBM. Um, would I buy? If it come down to the 100, yeah. If I come down to the ref low right here, absolutely. Okay, but it's fall. You're talking. It need to pull back literally 10%. All right, so just be patient. All right, just be patient. That was if you had it and you didn't sell up there, well, not much I can say. You should. Okay, CRM, fill the gap, right? Bounce nicely, but yeah, it's I have some long-term share that I still have. I have trimmed everything that I consider trading shares. Would I buy? 50 MA? Yeah. Reflow and 50 MA is not that far apart. Okay, you're talking a $4 apart. So I would rather wait until the 50 MA to buy. No rush. No rush here. Okay, no rush to get into this kind of stock. No rush. I will do a specific video next week on Monday on the chip stuff, so we can move on. Pharma, basically, not much to say. AbbVie have bounced a little bit off the 170 range. Would I buy? Would I add at 170 range? Yeah. Would I add a lot more down there? Sell put spread? Yeah. No need to chase here. No need to chase here, right? So this sector is definitely hated right now. There is no sugarcoating it. Okay, all the chart look very similar, right? It came down, bounced. It kind of like, I think they're gonna trade sideways for a while. It's gonna be frustrating until some kind of, I don't know what the catalyst will be. It might be individual company with news on phase 2 or 3 kind of thing, but as far as a group, I don't know what the catalyst is gonna be until people see what Bobby Kennedy Jr. is gonna do. Okay, right now I think big money is sitting on the sideline saying, let's see what Bobby's gonna do. They're too scared of Bobby, and it is what it is. Okay, so I don't have much to say. NVO had that bad news on the drug, on the weight loss drugs, and boy, that was ugly. And I hate to say it, if you have it, take your lump. Can it fill the gap? Who knows? Okay, who knows? But that was ugly. That was super, super ugly. Okay, so be careful. Look at that. Yeah, the 3-year chart, that looks super ugly. Yeah, no doubt. Okay, no doubt this has been a big disappointment for a lot of people as far as the entire sector, not just NVO, the entire sector. I am, but it is what it is. Vertex, wow, okay, that's nasty. That is one of the nastiest dropped. It came down to, okay, you got rep 52-week low was here. It come down that day and just wrecked a lot of stop, I'm sure. And ever since then, it did okay. Okay, on the grand scheme of thing, actually it looked decent based on, hey, when you have this kind of a drop and you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 green candles in a row, that's not, I'm not expecting it to fill the gap anytime soon. Okay, but if you bought on the dip here, I would suggest you raise your stop. Okay, raise your stop, because this might be it. It might be running out of steam soon as far as the bounce. So I would say at the least raise your stop to say 404 or something. Okay, don't be greedy. Between 404 and 400, I would say your stop, because can this thing roll all the way back down to below 400? Absolutely, absolutely it can. Okay, so even if you, like, I have share at a big loss, and I'm considering taking my lump down here as well. Okay, it's nothing wrong to take a loss at say 401 and then reacquire those shares below at 390 or even lower, 380, whatever. $20 is $20 a share. Why not? Long term, I still like Vertex, but no need to go through the rest of the pharma stock because they all look pretty ugly. Okay, so you know the story. Banks. Now, since I spoke last week, there's a pullback, but not enough. Okay, not enough. Goldman Sachs didn't come down enough. It did come down to the fib and bounce. I should, can maybe next week, depending on how it behaves. Starting next new year, I will change all the chart to fib retracement. But for now, look like it ran out of steam and has rolled over this past month. Would I buy Goldman Sachs? Not yet. Next time it came down, eventually the 100 MA is gonna rise, and I think if there's a confluence between the 100 and ref low, then I would buy down there. Okay. Morgan Stanley, similar looking chart, didn't fill the gap, so no chasing. If it filled the gap at 118, yeah, let's rock and roll. Okay, but until then, if you want to be safe, do something like a 115, 110 put spread. Yeah, down there, I will consider that. Visa, which I like, all-time high. Yeah, there's no way to chase Visa here, right? I have an alert right here. Basically, ref low, right, is lining up with the 50 MA. Yeah, if it come down there for whatever reason, I'm buying. Okay, I'm buying if it come down there. Absolutely, I'll be buying Visa. I like Visa. Look, MasterCard, very similar looking chart, very strong. Would I buy MasterCard gap fill? Okay, 508, which is a long way away, but you're talking 6% ish drop. Yeah, no need to chase here. Okay, some people like to chase. Some people look at 52-week high and say, hey, buy high, sell higher. I'm not one of those that TD. I like TD. Like I said, I talk about TD crash here. I said I don't hate it. Okay, I like TD. I think if you place your order down here, in the 51-ish, 52. Yeah, it's worth a trade. Okay, I think TD is gonna, you know, it's not gonna be a 10-20% winner, but it's worth a trade. Buy at the white line, as you can see here. It has bounced off this white line twice now, so let it come down. If you want to trade it, buy at 51.5, sell at 53. You know, it's not big money, but the downside risk is low, in my opinion. Let's take a look at metal. Gold, not doing so hot right now, but I like the risk reward. I have been adding silver and selling put spread on GDX so far in this sector. So for now, gold is on the 100 MA. Would I buy? I would buy at ref low / the gap fill, same spot. If you want to add, I think, you know, do something in the 238-ish. For sure. No need to chase it. No need to chase it here. It will. Can it test 238? Yeah. If you want to add there. GDX, I had a whole bunch. I had four put spread at 34 and below expire. It was close, but they expire worthless, and that's fine. I sold a couple 33.5. Yeah, I sold a couple 33.5, 32.5 spread, tight $1 spread for $15 a piece. I sold a couple of them, and I would add on weakness. I wouldn't mind having 4 or 5. Yeah. Right now, the underperformance of GDX and GLD is pretty large. Okay, pretty large. SLV, I add some about 26.8 with my ad. Yeah, I like silver here. I think if you have a long term, okay, it filled the gap. See right here, the gap. It filled the gap and bounced. So I have more order in to buy all the way to the ref low that it got back in December 19th. So yeah, if it come down to 26 point, what was it, 26.19, yeah, I will add a whole lot. Okay, so I bought some, add a few here and there, but the big order is down there. Okay. Now that I cycle through everything, energy. Let's close up on energy. USO, no way am I chasing USO here in the 73 range. No. If it come down, if I see 71, then selling 68 puts is easy peasy. Okay, that has worked the last few months. Selling 68 spread below. No need to chase up here. Okay, there is no if there's anything that Donald Trump can do to help alleviate inflation is lower energy. Whether not, I talked about this already. Drill baby drill is a mantra. The reality is, I don't believe oil company will drill more. We already have more. We are producing at record oil. You know what will lower oil more than drill baby drill? And you can bank on this. Peace between Ukraine and Russia. If there is a peace deal, agree and sign, energy will crash. Take that to the bank. more so than drill baby drill. It will crash, especially if the economy is heading south. Okay, and I think a lot of people agree that we are in a big trouble with the economy. So the combination of weak economy and the end of the conflict in Ukraine will send oil tumbling, more so than drill baby drill. But we'll see. Prove me wrong. Oxy, that was ugly. Where's Warren Buffett? Where is he? Nowhere to be found. I'm still waiting for that press release. Now, is there I'm just curious. Trust me, I have no desire. None. Okay? None. No desire to buy Oxy, but I'm just curious if we are, yeah. Could this, if it trades sideways and then eventually meet the 50 MA and this trend line in the next 2 weeks, could that be the spot that if it can break out, it can break out? It's possible. It's possible. Let's see, is there a channel? Yeah, there's a channel. So there you go. For the one that want that thing that there could be a bull trend coming, yeah, it could be. But failure of that, if we have a recession and oil price crashing and Ukraine conflict ending, can we see Oxy at 40? I say yes. I'm watching to see this breakout on this channel, on this trend line, but I'm not buying. Okay, I'm just curious. I just put it in there just for curiosity's sake, for people that is bullish on oil. How can you be bullish on oil? If you think drill baby drill is going to lower the cost of oil, lower the price of oil, how can you be bullish on any one of these? XOM, yeah. Chevron, oh my goodness, yeah, that was ugly. Okay, that I have to say that Chevron was one of the most satisfying short that I did. When it was up here back at Thanksgiving, I'm just like, what the heck? What on earth is going on here? What delusional nonsense are people thinking? Comparing to Oxy and ExxonMobil, what was Chevron people doing? But now it came down. No, it's still a no, a hard no. Okay. Natural gas, what's going on? What's going on with natural gas? Oh, it crashed. Look at that, it crashed. It was going so hot, it crashed down to the 20 MA. CTRA. Okay, so CTRA came down. I talked about it, right? It was a good entry right there, especially when it filled the gap, right? I hope some people got in. That's not bad, right? Sure, it's nothing great yet. You're talking 5% plus kind of move, but yeah, for now, I'm holding. Okay, I like it. When it was down here, I think you gotta be patient. Okay, you gotta be patient. Like the catch-up trade, if it happened, would I get out at 25? The answer is yes. Okay, up there, I take my 10% gain. Okay, you can it get up there into the 27, 28? Yeah, natural gas need to blow up hard. Okay, so for now, it's okay. It's all right. All right, people. Done for the day.